Luna Everhart lay still beneath the heavy quilt, the gentle moonlight filtering softly through the sheer curtains of her bedroom. Outside, the world was quiet, only the distant hoot of an owl breaking the silence of the night. Yet inside Luna's mind, a restless energy buzzed, refusing to be soothed by the usual lull of her evening routine. She sighed, turning her gaze toward the grand painting that dominated the far wall, a masterpiece she had inherited from her grandmother, an enigmatic artist herself. The painting was unlike any other Luna had ever seen, a sprawling, vivid tableau depicting a lush garden bursting with life, where figures moved with a grace that seemed almost alive. This was the Enchanted Spring, a canvas painted by the mysterious Aurelius Virelli, a forgotten master from the Renaissance era, whose works had been lost to time until now. It was said that the painting held secrets, that it was more than mere pigments on wood, it was a gateway. Luna had never believed in such tales, dismissing them as old family legends. But tonight, as she stared into the rich greens and blossoms that seemed to shimmer under the moonlight, a peculiar sensation crept over her. The air around the painting seemed to ripple, the colors subtly shifting as if breathing. Her eyes caught the central figure, a radiant woman cloaked in robes of azure and gold, her eyes sparkling with an otherworldly light. This was Isolde, the mythical guardian of the garden, whose story was woven through generations as a symbol of renewal, love, and transformation. A soft breeze brushed against Luna's cheek, though the window was closed. She blinked, heart quickening, as the garden in the painting seemed to pulse with life. "Is this real?" she whispered. Suddenly, Isolde's gaze locked with Luna's, and a faint smile curved her lips. Then, as if breaking the boundaries of the frame, her hand lifted in a beckoning gesture. Luna hesitated, the rational part of her mind battling the growing urge to step closer. "Come," the figure seemed to say, "enter the garden and awaken your soul." A thrilling mix of fear and curiosity surged through Luna. She found herself rising from the bed, drawn inexorably toward the canvas. As she reached out a trembling hand, the room dissolved in a swirl of colors: emerald greens, rose reds, golden yellows, until she felt herself falling forward, tumbling gently into the heart of the enchanted painting. She landed softly in a meadow that stretched endlessly beneath a cerulean sky, warmed by a sun that felt both real and magical. Around her, flowers bloomed in impossible varieties: violets that glowed faintly, lilies whose petals whispered secrets, and roses heavy with dew that sparkled like diamonds. The air was thick with scents: jasmine, lavender, and something she couldn't name, an intoxicating perfume that stirred forgotten memories deep within her. Isolde appeared beside her, radiant and calm. "Welcome, Luna," she said, her voice a melodious harmony that seemed to echo in the breeze. "You have been chosen to witness the rebirth of a world forgotten by time." Luna's eyes widened. "Chosen? For what?" "To unlock the story hidden within the garden," Isolde explained, "to see beyond the surface, to understand the language of nature and spirit, and to awaken the magic sleeping within you." As they walked together, the meadow transformed. Trees with leaves like spun gold swayed gently, their branches heavy with fruit that shimmered like jewels. Streams glittered with light, weaving intricate patterns that spoke of ancient wisdom. Suddenly, a rustling sound caught Luna's attention. From behind a thicket emerged a figure draped in flowing robes of deep emerald zephyr, the spirit of the west wind, known to bring change and hope. His eyes shone like polished jade, and his smile held centuries of secrets. "Welcome, traveler," Zephyr said, bowing gracefully. "You step into a realm where the past and future mingle, where dreams breathe life." Luna felt a warmth spread through her chest. The garden wasn't just a painting. It was a living story, unfolding around her, and she was at its heart. "Come," Isolde urged, "let us begin the journey through the mysteries of the garden, where every flower tells a tale, every breeze sings a song, and every shadow hides a secret." As they ventured deeper, Luna noticed the intricate dance of figures in the distance, nymphs twirling with laughter, celestial beings weaving light through the branches, and animals of radiant hues. Watching with knowing eyes, her senses heightened, every sound, scent, and color wove a tapestry of wonder. The garden seemed to breathe with her, awakening parts of her soul she never knew existed. Night deepened outside, but inside this enchanted world, Luna's adventure was just beginning, a story of love, transformation, and the power of awakening hidden within the whispers of an ancient canvas. The air in the garden was alive with magic, shimmering faintly like a veil woven from moonlight and stardust. Luna followed Isolde and Zephyr along a winding path bordered by iridescent flowers, their petals glowing softly in hues that defied earthly names. Each step felt like a dance between reality and dream. As they walked, Isolde began to speak in a voice as soft as the breeze yet filled with profound wisdom. "This garden is a living memory, a repository of dreams and truths long forgotten by mankind. Every leaf, every bloom, holds a story, some joyful, some sorrowful, all vital." Luna's eyes sparkled with wonder. "But why was I chosen? Why me?" Zephyr smiled gently, his emerald eyes reflecting the glimmering foliage. "Because you carry a spark within, Luna. The spark of curiosity, compassion, and courage. You are a bridge between worlds, the waking and the dreaming, the seen and the hidden." Before Luna could ask more, the garden shifted. The path opened onto a serene pond, its surface smooth like glass, reflecting not only the star-studded sky above but visions swirling beneath the water, a tapestry of moments from distant times and places. Isolde gestured toward the pond. "This is the mirror of echoes. Gaze into it, and you will see the threads of fate intertwined." With a hesitant breath, Luna stepped forward and peered into the shimmering water. Images flickered, visions of an ancient city bathed in golden light, a tempest roaring across a stormy sea, a lone figure cloaked in shadows standing atop a mountain. Suddenly, a voice whispered from the depths of the pond. "Luna, seeker, the balance falters, darkness stirs." Startled, Luna drew back. Who's there?" From the surrounding trees emerged a figure draped in midnight robes embroidered with silver stars, a mysterious woman with eyes like liquid night. "I am Nazara, the keeper of twilight," she said, her voice echoing with ancient power. "The garden's harmony depends on the light and shadow in balance. Your arrival heralds a turning point. Isolde nodded solemnly. Long ago, the garden flourished when harmony reigned. But a shadow creeps across its edges, threatening to unweave the very fabric of this realm. Luna, you must help restore the balance. Zephyr stepped forward, his voice steady. The journey will test your heart and spirit. You will meet allies and adversaries alike. But remember, true strength comes not from power alone, but from understanding and compassion. Luna felt a swell of determination mingled with nervous excitement. I'm ready. Tell me what to do. Nazira extended a hand, revealing a pendant glowing softly, a swirling vortex of colors. This is the Heartstone. It will guide you to the 7 guardians, each holding a fragment of the garden's essence. Unite them, and you will heal the realm. As Luna reached out to take the pendant, the ground trembled faintly. From the shadows between the trees, a low growl echoed. A pair of glowing eyes appeared, followed by the massive form of a shadow beast, an ancient creature born of the garden's fractured darkness. Isolde raised her hand, summoning a shield of shimmering light that held the beast at bay. You must move quickly, Luna. This darkness will not wait. With the Heartstone warm against her chest, Luna sprinted along the path deeper into the garden, heart pounding. Flowers whispered encouragement, and the wind sang songs of hope. Ahead, a figure stepped out from a grove of silver-leafed trees, a young man with eyes like molten gold and a crown of entwined vines. I am Thalan, guardian of growth, he announced. You seek the fragments of the garden's soul. Prove your worth, and I will join your cause. Luna swallowed her fear and nodded. I will do whatever it takes. The garden held its breath as the first trial began, a test of spirit, courage, and the true meaning of balance. The air was thick with the scent of blooming jasmine and damp earth as Luna followed Thalan deeper into the heart of the garden. The golden light around him seemed to pulse gently, casting ethereal shadows on the moss-covered path. Every step felt charged with ancient energy, as if the garden itself was watching her, waiting to see if she was worthy. Thalan glanced back, his gaze steady and reassuring. The path ahead is not easy. Each guardian you seek tests a different part of your soul. Courage, wisdom, compassion, resilience, truth, hope, and balance itself. Luna's fingers tightened around the Heartstone hanging from her neck. It pulsed faintly, warming her skin. I understand. But what happens if I fail? The young guardian's smile was soft but grave. The garden's fate is intertwined with yours. Failure is not an option, not if we are to stop the shadow spreading its roots. They reached a clearing where the air shimmered like a heat haze. In the center stood a massive tree, its bark twisted and ancient, leaves glittering with dew like diamonds in the sunlight. At its base sat a figure cloaked in robes woven from emerald leaves, the guardian of courage. She rose as they approached, revealing piercing eyes that seemed to look into Luna's very essence. I am Kalia. To pass my trial, you must face the fears that bind your heart. Only by confronting darkness within can you truly illuminate the path forward. A cold wind swept through the clearing, and the world blurred. Luna found herself standing alone in a vast, shadowy expanse where echoes of her past whispered and taunted. Faces of doubt, pain, and regret swirled around her. Suddenly, the shadow beast that had threatened her earlier emerged, larger and more terrifying than before. Its glowing eyes pierced the darkness as it lunged toward her. Fear clawed at Luna's chest, but she steadied her breath. "I'm not afraid," she whispered, recalling Zephyr's words about courage being more than absence of fear. Drawing strength from the heartstone, she stepped forward, light blossoming from her palms, pushing back the beast's shadow. The creature recoiled, fading into wisps of smoke. When the vision dissolved, Luna found Kalia smiling gently. "You have faced your fear and prevailed. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the will to move forward despite it." Next, the Len led Luna through a labyrinth of crystal-clear streams and flowering meadows to the second guardian Ilaris, the keeper of wisdom. He was an elder with eyes like polished amber and robes embroidered with constellations. "To find wisdom," Ilaris intoned, "you must listen not just with your ears, but with your heart. Tell me, Luna, what is the greatest truth you have learned?" Luna thought deeply. "That everything is connected. Our actions ripple beyond ourselves. And that love and understanding can bridge even the darkest divides." Ilaris nodded approvingly. "Then you have begun to understand. The garden is a living web, and to heal it, you must be part of its harmony." Her journey continued through trials of compassion where Luna soothed the wounded fawn with gentle words and touch, and resilience, where she climbed a sheer cliffside as winds threatened to knock her down. With each success, the heartstone glowed brighter, guiding her toward the remaining guardians. Along the way, Luna encountered ethereal creatures, sprites with laughter like wind chimes, a majestic stag with eyes of liquid silver, and a mischievous fox spirit named Fen, who became an unlikely companion. Fen was witty and playful but wise beyond his size. "You're stirring up ancient magic, Luna," he said one evening as they rested beneath the shimmering boughs. "The shadow you face is no mere darkness. It's a force born of forgotten grief and anger, tangled in the garden's roots. Then we must find its source," Luna said, determination steadying her voice. As days passed in the enchanted garden, though outside only minutes might have slipped by, Luna felt herself changing. The heaviness of the outside world lifted, replaced by a clarity she'd never known. Yet the weight of her mission deepened. The sixth guardian, a radiant woman named Seraphine, tested Luna's hope. In a garden of perpetual twilight, Seraphine challenged her to ignite a flame of hope that could withstand the gathering shadows. Luna closed her eyes, summoning memories of kindness, laughter, and the warmth of friendship. Slowly, a flickering light grew in her palms, shining like a beacon in the dusk. The final trial awaited the guardian of balance, an enigmatic figure cloaked in shifting colors like the dawn and dusk. "To heal the garden," he said, you must reconcile the light and dark within yourself and this world. Only then will harmony be restored. Luna stood before him, the heartstone thrumming with power. The shadow beast's growl echoed faintly in the distance. She knew her greatest challenge was yet to come. "Are you ready?" the guardian asked. Luna took a deep breath, heart pounding yet steady. "I am." The glow of the heartstone pulsed steadily against Luna's chest as she faced the enigmatic guardian of balance. His eyes, shifting colors like the morning sky, bore into her soul. "To restore harmony," he said softly, "you must embrace both light and shadow, not reject either. Balance is not perfection, but acceptance." Luna nodded, though her heart raced. The shadow beast's growl echoed like distant thunder, a reminder of the looming danger. Suddenly, the serene garden quaked. Dark tendrils of shadow snaked from the edges, creeping like ink spilled on silk. The shadow beast emerged once more, towering and fierce, eyes burning like molten coal. Isolde appeared at Luna's side, radiating calm strength. "This is the darkness born of forgotten sorrow, anger twisted into despair. You must face it not with fury, but with understanding." The beast charged. Luna raised the heartstone, its light blazing fiercely. Yet the beast's darkness swirled, almost consuming the glow. Panic flared, but she recalled the lessons of courage, wisdom, and hope. Closing her eyes, Luna whispered, "I accept you, the light and the dark inside me and this garden. Show me your truth." The shadow beast hesitated, its snarls softening into a mournful wail. Images flooded Luna's mind, visions of a once beautiful guardian who had been betrayed, abandoned, and forgotten, her pain seeping into the garden's roots and twisting the harmony. Understanding dawned. This darkness was not evil, it was her. Luna stepped forward, reaching out her hand. "I see you. I hear you. Let us heal together." The beast's form shimmered, unraveling into a radiant woman clad in shadows and stars, Nizara, the keeper of twilight. Tears glistened in Nizara's eyes. "Thank you, Luna. You have freed me from the chains of grief." The garden sighed, the shadows retreating as light blossomed anew. The heartstone burst into brilliant radiance, sending waves of healing energy through the land. Isolde smiled, "Harmony returns, but the journey is not over." The 7 guardians now stand united, and with you, Luna, the garden shall flourish. Zephyr lifted a hand, summoning a breeze filled with petals and song. "Your heart is the true heartstone. Never forget that." As Luna looked around, the garden transformed, colors intensified, scents deepened, and the air hummed with renewed life. Fen bounded forward, tail wagging. "Well done, hero. Ready for what's next?" Luna laughed, her spirit soaring. "Let's see where this enchanted path leads." Outside her bedroom window, the first light of dawn crept across the sky. But inside Luna's heart, a new world had awakened, a world of magic, balance, and endless possibility. The garden pulsed with newfound life. Every leaf shimmered, every flower bloomed brighter, yet beneath the vibrant surface, an ancient mystery lingered, a secret buried deep within the roots of the enchanted spring. Luna, now surrounded by the 7 guardians, felt the weight of their trust. Though the darkness had been lifted, she sensed that the garden's true heart still held a riddle yet to be solved. Isolde led the group toward a hidden grove, where a circle of ancient stones rose like silent sentinels. "Here lies the source," she said, voice low. "The origin of the garden's magic and its curse." The Len knelt by the stones, tracing his fingers over faded runes. "These markings tell of an ancient pact, a binding of the mortal and the divine, where love and sacrifice forged the garden's soul." As Luna stepped forward, the heartstone's glow intensified. The runes began to pulse, awakening from centuries of slumber. Suddenly, the ground trembled beneath them. From the earth emerged a glowing seed, the size of a fist, radiating warmth and mystery. "The seed of renewal," whispered Nizara, eyes wide. "It holds the power to restore the garden fully, but it is fragile, vulnerable to harm." A chilling wind swept through the grove. From the shadows, a figure cloaked in obsidian robes appeared, a dark sorcerer named Malachar, whose presence twisted the air with cold malevolence. "You meddle with forces beyond your understanding," Malachar sneered, eyes glowing crimson. "The garden's power belongs to me. With the seed, I will reshape the world in shadow." Luna stepped forward, heartstone blazing. "Not while we stand together." A fierce battle erupted. Malachar conjured storms of darkness, sending bolts of shadow crashing toward the guardians. The Len called forth vines to shield them, Kalia radiated blinding courage, and Seraphine's flame of hope burned through the night. Luna dodged shadowy tendrils, feeling the seed pulse against her chest, its fragile power urging her to protect it at all costs. Fen darted between Malachar's spells, distracting him with quick wit and agility. "You picked the wrong garden to invade, Shadowmonger." Isolde chanted an ancient spell, weaving light and sound into a protective barrier. The ground beneath Malachar cracked, roots bursting forth to entangle his feet. But the sorcerer laughed darkly, his form growing larger and more menacing. "You cannot contain the darkness forever." Luna's heart pounded. She knew the battle wasn't just physical, it was a test of spirit. Closing her eyes, she called upon everything she had learned: courage, wisdom, compassion, resilience, hope, and balance. The heartstone flared, releasing a wave of pure energy that washed over Malachar, dissolving his shadowy form into harmless mist. Breathing heavily, Luna opened her eyes. The seed floated gently from her hands, glowing brighter than ever. "We've won this fight," she said softly, "but the garden's story is far from over." Isolde smiled warmly. "And you, Luna, are its true guardian now. The journey ahead will shape not only this world, but your own." As dawn broke, the garden hummed with promise, a promise of renewal, magic, and the endless dance between light and shadow. The garden, freshly bathed in the morning light, seemed to breathe with a rhythm all its own. Yet beneath the vibrant blossoms and shimmering leaves, a subtle tension lingered like a whispered warning from the depths of forgotten time. Luna stood beside the ancient stone circle, the seed of renewal nestled safely in her palm, its warmth pulsing softly against her skin. The 7 guardians gathered, their expressions a blend of hope and apprehension. Isolde's gaze drifted toward the horizon where dark clouds gathered silently, a storm brewing far beyond the garden's protective veil. Malachur's defeat was but a surface wound. The shadows he commands run deeper, fed by secrets this garden has long kept hidden. The Len stepped forward, his voice grave. There is a place within the garden forgotten by time, even by us. A sunken glade where the past and future collide, and where the true origin of the shadow lies. Nazara's eyes glimmered with ancient sorrow. It is called the Hollow Vale. Few have dared enter, for it holds echoes that can fracture the mind and soul. Luna felt the weight of their words settle within her. Then we must go there. If the garden's balance is to be truly restored, the Hollow Vale must be faced. The guardians nodded in solemn agreement, forming a circle as the Heartstone's light spread between them, a beacon of unity and strength. As they ventured deeper, the garden grew quieter. The vibrant colors faded into muted shades, and the air thickened with an eerie stillness. Strange whispers brushed against Luna's ears, fragmented voices that spoke of loss, betrayal, and forgotten promises. Emerging into the Hollow Vale, they found themselves surrounded by towering trees whose bark bore cryptic symbols glowing faintly in the dim light. The ground beneath was soft and cold, carpeted with pale leaves that seemed to absorb sound. Suddenly, the whispers converged into a haunting melody that tugged at Luna's heart. Images flashed, visions of a radiant figure, once the garden's original guardian, betrayed by those she trusted most. Her pain had seeped into the land, twisting the garden's magic and spawning the darkness they now fought. Luna's breath caught. She was like me. A protector, hurt by betrayal. Isolde's voice was barely a whisper. Yes. Her name was Selene, the moon's keeper. Her grief created the shadow beast, binding her spirit in torment. Zephyr's eyes darkened. To heal the garden, Selene's story must be told, her pain acknowledged and forgiven. The Heartstone's glow deepened, responding to the revelation. Luna stepped forward, voice steady despite the chill creeping up her spine. Then we must find Selene's resting place and free her. The ground trembled as a path of shimmering moonlight unfurled before them, leading toward a forgotten shrine hidden beneath twisted vines and flowering thorns. As they approached, spectral figures emerged, guardians of Selene's memory, testing Luna's resolve. Each spirit embodied a fragment of Selene's sorrow, regret, anger, loneliness, and hope. Luna faced them with compassion, offering words of understanding and forgiveness. With every embrace of their pain, the spirits' forms softened, joining together in a radiant glow. At the shrine's center lay a silver crescent pendant, the symbol of Selene's eternal watch. Luna reached out, feeling a surge of warmth and peace. The pendant lifted, merging with the heart stone. Light exploded outward, sweeping through the hollow veil and banishing the last traces of shadow. Selene's spirit appeared, serene and luminous. "Thank you, Luna. You have freed me and restored balance." Tears filled Luna's eyes. "Your pain was never yours alone. It shaped this world, and now, together, we begin anew." As the garden blossomed around them, brighter and more alive than ever, Luna understood that her journey was more than a quest. It was a healing of hearts, worlds, and forgotten dreams. With Selene's spirit finally at peace, the garden erupted into a chorus of colors and life. Flowers bloomed with newfound brilliance, and the air hummed with a harmonious melody that seemed to resonate deep within Luna's soul. Yet, amid the celebration, a subtle unease lingered, a reminder that balance is a delicate dance, never fully still. Isolde guided Luna and the guardians toward a shimmering pool nestled beneath a canopy of silver-leafed trees. "The next step is to embrace the dance of light and shadow, the eternal rhythm that governs this realm." The Len stepped forward, tracing his hand along the pool's surface. "This pool reflects not only what is but what could be. It reveals the hidden desires and fears that shape our world." Luna peered into the water and saw shifting images, reflections of her own heart intertwined with the garden's fate. The pool rippled, and suddenly, she was no longer alone. From the shimmering mist emerged a figure, a radiant youth whose skin shimmered like moonlight and shadow. His eyes held both warmth and mystery. "I am Saelim, the guardian of duality," he said softly. "To restore true balance, you must confront the shadows within yourself as well as the light." Luna's breath caught. "How can I face shadows I don't fully understand?" Saelim smiled gently. "By allowing them to dance with the light, not fighting, but flowing together. Only then can the garden truly heal." Suddenly, the garden shifted again. Shadows flickered and swirled around Luna, manifesting into visions of past doubts, fears, and regrets, moments when she had faltered or felt lost. But alongside them danced memories of joy, courage, and connection, the light that had guided her thus far. Luna reached out, touching the reflections as if to embrace both sides. The heartstone on her chest pulsed brightly, binding the light and shadow into a brilliant harmony. Around her, the garden transformed once more, the air filled with glittering lights and soft shadows weaving through the trees in a delicate ballet. Saelim's voice echoed, "Balance is not static. It is a living dance, a harmony of opposites. Embrace this, and you will unlock the garden's deepest power." Just then, the ground trembled beneath their feet. From the depths of the earth rose a magnificent tree, its trunk glowing with interwoven veins of light and darkness, the tree of harmony, the heart of the garden itself. Isolde stepped forward, placing a hand on the trunk. "With this tree's awakening, the garden's power is renewed. But there is one final truth to uncover: the purpose of your journey, Luna." Luna's eyes shimmered with determination. "I'm ready." The guardians gathered around the tree of harmony, their energies converging in a radiant pulse that illuminated the entire garden. From the heart of the tree, a voice spoke, ancient, wise, and full of compassion. Luna Everhart, you are the chosen guardian, the bridge between worlds. Your journey has healed old wounds, restored balance, and awakened the magic within. But the greatest power lies not in the garden alone, it is the power of your heart to inspire, to love, and to transform. Tears of joy filled Luna's eyes. She felt the garden's magic flow through her, weaving her spirit into the eternal dance of light and shadow. As the sun set, casting golden hues across the blooming garden, Luna knew her journey was far from over, but she now carried within her the strength, wisdom, and balance to face whatever lay ahead. The garden's newfound harmony bathed the world in soft golden light, yet as Luna wandered beneath the glowing branches of the tree of harmony, she sensed a whisper of unrest carried on the breeze. The magic that now pulsed so vibrantly was still entwined with a mystery yet to be unveiled. Isolde approached quietly, her eyes reflective like a tranquil lake. Balance is a journey, not a destination. Even in light, shadows linger in forgotten corners. Luna nodded, clutching the heartstone tightly. Then we must follow the whispers, wherever they lead. With the 7 guardians by her side, Luna stepped toward a hidden archway concealed beneath blooming vines, the entrance to the Vale of Forgotten Dreams. Legends spoke of this place as a realm between worlds, where lost memories and discarded hopes drifted like fragile shadows. Crossing the threshold, Luna felt herself drawn into a twilight realm where dreams hung suspended like shimmering threads. Ghostly figures drifted past, echoes of past selves and forgotten aspirations, their faces blurred but filled with longing. Suddenly, a figure emerged, a young girl, translucent and radiant, her eyes wide with innocence and sorrow. "I am Amara," she whispered. "I am the spirit of forgotten dreams." Luna knelt gently. "Why do you linger here, Amara?" "Because dreams forgotten become lost souls," Amara replied. "They fade without hope, trapped between what was and what could have been." As Luna reached out, visions flooded her mind, people who gave up on their passions, loves left unspoken, promises broken by fear. The Vale was a place of aching loss, but also of hope waiting to be reclaimed. The heartstone pulsed warmly, and Luna realized that her mission was greater than restoring a garden, it was about healing the hearts tethered to this realm. Isolde smiled softly. "By embracing these forgotten dreams, you weave them back into the fabric of life." Suddenly, the shadows coalesced into a swirling storm of despair, threatening to engulf the Vale. Luna stepped forward, light radiating from the heartstone, weaving threads of hope into the tempest. The guardians joined their powers, their combined energy unraveling the darkness and transforming it into a cascade of glowing stars that drifted gently into the sky. As the storm calmed, Amara's form brightened, her smile radiant. "Thank you, Luna. You have rekindled the light in lost dreams." Before Luna could respond, the ground beneath trembled. From the depths rose an ancient gate, etched with glowing runes, a portal to the next realm of her journey. Zephyr's voice cut through the stillness. Beyond this gate lies the test of truth, the final trial before the garden's complete awakening. Luna took a deep breath, heart steady. Then let's face it together. With resolve burning bright, Luna and the Guardians stepped through the portal, ready to uncover the last secrets of the enchanted garden and the destiny that awaited her beyond. The swirling light of the portal faded behind them as Luna and the Guardians stepped into a vast chamber bathed in an ethereal glow. The walls shimmered with ancient symbols that pulsed rhythmically, echoing with the heartbeat of the garden itself. This was the heart of the enchanted realm, the place where all truths, no matter how hidden, were laid bare. Isolde's voice was calm but resolute. The test of truth does not merely challenge what you know. It demands you confront your deepest fears, your hidden desires, and the essence of who you truly are. Luna felt a wave of apprehension wash over her. The heartstone at her chest glowed warmly, yet she wondered if her spirit was ready for what lay ahead. Suddenly, the chamber shifted. Illusions sprang to life, transforming the space into a labyrinth of memories and possibilities. Luna found herself standing alone at a crossroads, shadows stretching long and twisting around her. From the darkness, familiar faces emerged, friends she had lost, moments of regret, dreams deferred. Each vision whispered doubts and fears, questioning her worth and resolve. Luna's breath caught. "Why show me this?" she whispered. A gentle voice, warm as a summer breeze, responded. "Because only by embracing your truth can you find your strength." As she stepped forward, the illusions morphed into challenges, tests of courage, honesty, and sacrifice. Luna faced visions of betrayal and forgiveness, loss and hope, shadows and light intertwining in a delicate dance. The heartstone pulsed in rhythm with her heartbeat, guiding her through each trial. With every step, Luna shed layers of doubt, revealing a core of unwavering determination. Along the way, she encountered echoes of the Guardian's reminders of the virtues she had embraced and the bonds she had forged. At the labyrinth's center, Luna confronted her final trial, a mirror reflecting not only her image but the infinite possibilities of her future. She saw herself as a leader, a healer, a guardian not just of the garden but of the worlds beyond. Tears streamed down her face as she realized the power within her was not given but born from her journey, her choices, and her heart. With a steady voice, she declared, "I am ready." The chamber exploded in a cascade of light, the labyrinth dissolving into a radiant glow that enveloped Luna and the Guardians. Isolde smiled, pride shining in her eyes. "You have passed the test of truth. The garden awakens fully because of you." The heartstone flared brilliantly, sending waves of life throughout the enchanted realm. Trees burst into bloom, rivers sparkled with renewed vigor, and the air hummed with joyous song. Luna felt a warmth spread through her, a connection not only to the garden but to all living things. The shadows that once threatened now danced playfully with the light. Fen bounded forward, his eyes gleaming mischievously. "Look at you, hero. You're glowing." Luna laughed, the sound ringing clear and true. "We did it together." Zephyr stepped beside her, his voice gentle. But remember, Luna, the greatest journey is the one that continues beyond this place. Balance and truth are not destinations but paths to walk each day. As the sun set beyond the horizon, casting hues of pink and gold, Luna knew her adventure was far from over. The garden had been reborn, but so had she. And with the Heartstone as her guide, she was ready to face whatever the future held. The garden, now fully awakened and alive, basked under a twilight sky painted with streaks of violet and gold. Luna stood at the heart of the realm, the radiant tree of harmony towering above her, its branches weaving light and shadow into an endless dance. Yet, despite the garden's blossoming vitality, a lingering energy hummed beneath the surface, ancient, powerful, and waiting. Isolde approached with a knowing smile. "You have healed much, Luna, but there is one final secret. The garden holds a force older than time itself. The eternal bloom." The lens eyes glittered with reverence. The bloom is said to be the source of the garden's magic, a flower that blossoms once every millennium, capable of restoring worlds and shaping destinies. Nazara's gaze darkened slightly. "But its power is coveted. The shadow you defeated was only a fragment of the darkness seeking to corrupt the bloom." Zephyr's wind carried a chill. "To protect the garden and all it symbolizes, you must find the bloom before the shadow's remnants do." Luna's fingers brushed the Heartstone. "Where do we begin?" Isolde gestured toward a path veiled in mist, winding toward the distant mountains whose peaks vanished into the clouds. "The bloom rests atop the summit of whispers. But the journey is perilous. You will face trials that test not only your strength but your spirit." The Guardians gathered their resolve, ready to follow Luna into the unknown. As they embarked on the ascent, the garden's vibrant life gradually gave way to rugged terrain. The air grew thin and crisp, carrying echoes of forgotten songs and ancient promises. Strange creatures watched silently from the shadows, guardians of the mountain's secrets. At the base of the climb, Luna felt a surge of determination mingled with apprehension. Each step was a testament to her growth, each breath a reminder of the balance she fought to preserve. Along the path, they encountered a group of nomadic travelers, wise elders who shared tales of the summit's power and warned of a rising storm, not of weather but of fate itself. "The bloom's awakening stirs the threads of destiny," one elder said, eyes sparkling with knowledge. "Paths intertwine, and choices echo across realms." Luna listened intently, realizing her journey was part of a grander tapestry, a story woven by countless souls seeking harmony. As they neared the summit, a fierce tempest erupted. Lightning split the sky, and howling winds threatened to tear them apart. But Luna, bolstered by the Guardian's unwavering support and the Heartstone's light, pressed forward. At the summit's peak, beneath a sky alive with stars, the eternal bloom stood, an exquisite flower glowing with colors beyond the spectrum, petals shifting like liquid light. Luna stepped closer, feeling the bloom's energy pulse in sync with her own heartbeat. Yet, from the shadows emerged a figure cloaked in swirling darkness, an ancient adversary, the true source of the shadow's corruption. Their eyes met, light against darkness, hope against despair. The final battle was upon them. The night sky roared above the summit of whispers, lightning fracturing the darkness like celestial swords. Luna stood firm before the eternal bloom, its petals glowing like liquid fire, casting prismatic light across the rocky peak. The air thrummed with raw magic, the pulse of creation itself. From the swirling shadows stepped forth the ancient adversary Barker, the Shadow Sovereign. His form was a shifting mass of darkness and flickering embers, eyes burning with malevolent intelligence. "You have come far, Luna Everhard," he hissed, voice echoing like thunder. "But this garden, this power, belongs to shadow and chaos." Luna's grip tightened on the heartstone. "No, Barker. This power belongs to balance, to life, and to hope." With a deafening roar, Barker unleashed a storm of shadow fire. Luna leapt aside, light flaring from her palms as she summoned the energy of the Guardians and the garden itself. The air crackled, the battle of light and shadow erupting in a dazzling display. Isolde's voice rang clear, weaving ancient incantations that bolstered Luna's strength. The lens summoned vines that coiled like serpents, trapping the edges of Barker's shadow. Nazara and Zephyr combined their powers, conjuring a tempest of wind and twilight light that pushed back the darkness. But Barker was relentless. Each strike chipped away at the garden's vitality, threatening to consume the eternal bloom. Luna's mind raced. She remembered the lessons of the test of truth, the acceptance of light and shadow, the dance of balance. Fury and fear rose inside her, but she quelled them with breath steady and heart open. She reached deep within, calling forth the harmony woven through the garden and her very soul. The heartstone blazed with blinding light, a beacon of pure unity. "Barker!" Luna's voice thundered across the summit. "This ends now." A surge of energy exploded from her, weaving through the battlefield like threads of golden fire. The eternal bloom responded, its petals unfurling in a radiant bloom that bathed the peak in shimmering light. Barker screamed as the light engulfed him, the shadows unraveling into harmless sparks. With a final, echoing roar, he vanished, sealed away by the garden's restored power. Exhausted but triumphant, Luna sank to her knees, the heartstone warm and steady. The Guardians gathered around, their faces alight with relief and pride. Isolde smiled softly. "You have saved the garden and awakened its true heart, Luna." The Len nodded. "Balance is restored, but remember the journey of the Guardian is eternal." Nazara's eyes shimmered. "The garden will grow and change, just as you will." Zephyr whispered on the wind, "And the dance of light and shadow continues." Luna looked up at the eternal bloom, its petals glowing softly in the dawn. She felt a deep peace, knowing her journey was not just about saving a magical realm, it was about embracing the infinite cycles of growth, challenge, and renewal. With a gentle smile, she rose, ready to carry the garden's light into the worlds beyond. The garden basked in the first light of dawn, its vibrant colors reflecting the triumph and transformation that had swept through the land. Luna stood at the heart of the realm, beneath the towering branches of the eternal bloom, now fully awakened and radiant, a living symbol of balance, hope, and renewal. Around her, the 7 guardians gathered, their faces serene yet filled with quiet strength. The air hummed softly with the magic they had fought so hard to restore, a harmony that promised peace yet carried the promise of eternal vigilance. Isolde stepped forward, her eyes shining with pride and warmth. Luna Everhart, you have walked a path few dare to tread. You embraced the light and the shadow, healed ancient wounds, and restored balance to the garden and beyond. Luna's gaze swept over the blooming meadow, the whispering trees, and the sparkling streams, each a testament to the healing that had taken root. I could not have done this alone, she said softly. Your guidance, strength, and wisdom carried me through the darkest trials. The Len smiled, his eyes reflecting the morning sun. True strength lies in unity. Together, we nurtured the garden back to life. Nazara stepped forward, her voice gentle but resolute. The shadows will always return, as night follows day. But so long as there are hearts willing to fight for balance, darkness will never conquer. Zephyr's wind stirred the petals around them, carrying a song of hope and renewal. The dance of light and shadow is eternal, and you, Luna, are its chosen guardian. Luna felt a swell of emotion, a blend of joy, relief, and solemn responsibility. She knew her journey was not an end but a beginning, a legacy she was entrusted to protect and nurture. As she touched the eternal bloom, a surge of energy coursed through her, intertwining her spirit with the garden's very essence. Visions flashed before her eyes, worlds touched by the garden's magic, lives healed, and dreams awakened. Fen, ever the playful companion, bounded forward. So, what now, hero? Ready to lead the garden into its next chapter? Luna laughed, the sound bright and clear. There is much to do. The garden must grow, evolve, and share its light with the world. Isolde's gaze softened. And you will not walk alone. The guardians will stand by your side, as will those whose hearts you inspire. Luna turned toward the horizon, where the sun rose in a blaze of gold and pink, painting the sky with promise. She felt the weight of the heartstone settle comfortably against her chest, a reminder of the journey, the trials, and the love that had guided her. With a steady breath, she stepped forward, ready to face the future with courage and grace. The garden whispered around her a song of beginnings, endings, and the endless cycle of life. And as Luna walked into the light, she knew that she was forever bound to the eternal dance of the garden, its magic, and its legacy. Title: The Enchanted Garden, Luna's Journey to Balance. Description: Step into a world where magic, myth, and mystery intertwine in the enchanted garden, Luna's journey to balance. Follow Luna Everhart, a young woman chosen to awaken an ancient realm hidden within a mystical painting. Guided by ethereal guardians and the radiant Heartstone, Luna embarks on a perilous quest through realms of light and shadow, confronting her deepest fears, embracing forgotten dreams, and battling dark forces threatening to unravel the delicate balance of life itself. From the lush meadows of the eternal bloom to the haunting depths of the hollow vale, this captivating tale weaves courage, wisdom, and hope into an unforgettable journey of transformation. will Luna restore harmony to the garden and to herself before darkness consumes all? Discover a story of resilience, redemption, and the eternal dance between light and shadow. Perfect for lovers of fantasy, adventure, and heartfelt magic.